What would be the best way to buy a really great but very cheap handpan?
These are really great, like 100% excellent. As I played it next to the Pan Art, which goes, I mean, even with the dent, you could probably sell this for an exorbitant amount of money. But like, we sell these for $17.50. I mean, anything cheaper than that is probably going to be a piece of junk, probably. Or you're gonna have a hard time finding something around that price that is quality, just like decent. But these are like phenomenal. Like when we got them, I was, because I played John's Aura handpans before, and they're amazing. But I've only played the ones that he had nitrated, or were more in like the $2,500, $3,000 range. I hadn't played the cheaper ones. And then when I wasn't sure of the quality, but then when we got them, I was like blown away by how good they were. So the only other way that I can think of off the top of my head is by trading with someone. That's a good way to do it. If you know someone that has one that wants to get rid of it, and you have something that they would like otherwise, you can trade. That's a good way. It just requires knowing the community and knowing people. So.
Not to mention Rav Drums, which are like half the price of handpans.
Mm-hmm.
Rav Drums sell in our store, like a lot, because people, I think, want that lower price point, and you get such an amazing sound. I mean, maybe just play a Rav Drum so people know what we're talking about. But,
yeah.
You're getting almost on par quality of instrument with for about half the price. They start at $795.
Yeah, I mean, this is my Rav drum. It's a G minor pentatonic, and I have the Pan Art and the Rav. These are the two instruments that I personally own. Mine is kind of rusted up because I traveled with it a lot, but the new ones, they have like a special coating on it that doesn't allow for that to happen. I bought this when they first started selling them. And to me, the Rav drum is not a lesser instrument. It's just a different instrument, just like a guitar and a charango. Like, they just make different sounds. They look similar, but the sound of this is different. And I'll put this down for a little while, then pick it back up and just be like, whoa, this is like the most special instrument I've played in a really long time. So it's an epic instrument, and like AJ was saying, it's $1,000 cheaper than these already very not expensive handpans from Aura. So everyone I know has one of these things, loves them. And I know people that like them more than the handpan. So they just express different emotions, and they're actually easier to play than the handpans, just because of the nature of the way the tongues are cut. Rav drums, they're awesome.
Are there any do's and don'ts when shopping for a handpan, especially when shopping online, not in person? I think this is a great question, because I always tell people, it's very hard to shop for an instrument online, even though we are an online vendor of instruments. So how do you navigate buying online? There's so many options out there, and there's so many good things and so many maybe not so good things that you might wind up with.
Do's and don'ts. If you can talk to someone who works there, especially with like the world of handpans, like, ask them what their honest opinion is about that instrument. When people write me, I try to be as honest as I can with everything in life, but like when people write me asking questions about like this scale or that scale, because I think all the scales are beautiful in their own way, but there's some that just don't resonate with me, and then I try to share with people why that is. So a good thing to do is kind of like ask people who are selling the instruments, like, what is it that speaks to you in the instrument, and why does it speak to you? Like, for me, I like the minor scales, because I prefer like the kind of like the darker, more like mysterious kind of sound and vibe. That speaks to me more as a musician. Like the first instrument I ever started playing was the didgeridoo. I like to throat sing. It's like at the more like the undercurrent and like, bass music kind of sound and stuff like that. So definitely like speak to the people who run the shop and see if they know the instruments. Because I know with handpans, there's a lot of like scam type situations where people sell them who don't know anything about the instruments, and they sell you basically a grill head that's been beaten with a hammer. So, do you have any thoughts about it?
Yeah, just as Jerry said, if you don't have opportunity to try them, then just, that's why there are a lot of comparison in the internet where you can listen to different scales and then exactly use your intuition, which one sounds good for you, which one makes you feel better. And then I would say just ask the vendor, can you try it and return it? Maybe that's an option. Just, so you can just, but I think, just the listening in the internet is the easiest option. That's why we also, do all those videos at the Didge Project when we just present them. This is how it sounds. So you can basically hear it.
This video is an excerpt from our Handpan Q&A live. It was an hour and 40-minute long video we did where we were taking questions from the audience live on YouTube. So I definitely suggest you check out that video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel here at Didge Project. Give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.